Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brandon here, enjoying this beautiful day here in Northern California at the Lafayette Reservoir here in Lafayette. The topic today is going to be just what mistakes people normally make when they get online and when they get involved with these kind of companies. Some of the mistakes that people make are small, some of them are huge, and the mistake that I'm going to be talking to you today, I feel like is the number one key to not only getting successful online, but also being successful in anything you do in life. You know, I've been to a couple of different marketing and advertising conventions where they give you, millionaire secrets and the millionaire formula. And at the end of the day, what they leave you with pretty much is take action. And today, that's what I want to talk to you about, is taking action. Taking action, I think, is the number one step that you need to take in order to see success no matter what you do. You know, when you first get involved with the company, you need to listen, and you need to do what everybody else is saying to do, and that's take massive action. You know, learn as much as you can and apply what you learn right away. Okay, there's no shortcut to success. There is no get rich quick. There is nothing like that out there. No matter what you get involved with in life, whether it be your own business, school, not anything, it takes massive action. A lot of people are they think they're entitled to something more, and they get involved with these companies, they get involved with these leaders thinking that they're just gonna have their success because they have this leader, and that this leader needs to give them all the steps and do all the work for them because the leader's the one getting the money, right? No, if you want to see results in anything, just because you sign up under this huge recruiter, one of the top leaders in a company, it takes action, your own action, and your own initiative. And so, you know, today I wanted to just kind of bring to light a lot of the things that I've done in the past that have kind of dropped me from success. Now, I've experienced some success in other companies, and I've had little success, and I've had major success. Sometimes when you get involved in these companies, people think that, you know, once you get that little bit of success going, that everything is going to be on autopilot. You don't need to pay attention to it anymore. And that's not the case. You know, when you experience that first bit of success, don't let it trick you into thinking that, oh, it's downhill from here, because it's never a downhill. Never a downhill. There's never a time in life when you can just press autopilot and everything's just going to work itself out for you. You know, I've been in a couple different companies where, well, I was one of the top earners for a month as far as the new people coming into the company. And I thought, you know, my shit didn't stink. I thought I was the man. And so I started doing whatever I wanted to do, stopped paying attention to the details, stopped staying connected daily, and my team dismayed, and I lost everything in that company. I had to start from scratch, and I later went on to realize that I didn't want to work with that company anymore, but I feel like I had that feeling because I didn't continue to take action every day. You know, there's a lot of people out there that say they have the answers and the formula. Really what it is when you get into that formula, you find out this you kind of learn it, and you say, okay, I'll do it next week. The worst thing you can say, the worst thing you can do, and this 5-letter word just needs to be erased from your vocabulary, and that's later. Later is the devil. Okay, that is the end all of everything that you do. If you have something to do, if a leader tells you to do something, you don't do it later. I understand life comes up. You know, you got kids, you got a job, you got school, you got family, other obligations, but you really need to immediately apply what you learn. Otherwise, you'll lose it in the translation, and you won't see the success that was promised to you by doing these things. I have several different marketing styles that I do, and with those marketing styles, they are geared at getting started right away, because missing one or two steps in any kind of marketing system or any kind of advertising system or any kind of success system, you know, those steps are there for a reason. You can't just skip one, or it's not a buffet and you choose what you want. you know, I've experienced this myself, and I've seen people do it, and it baffles me and it makes me angry that people see a formula and then they try to change it. You know, the wheel ain't broke, so don't fix it. Another thing that I want to continue to talk about is that initial action, that initial call to action. When you get involved with the company, you know, just because the company says that you're going to see these kind of results or you're going to get this kind of results, doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It doesn't mean that it's going to come to you with no work. You know, I've busted my ass for the last few weeks on a webinar almost every single day, trying to just compile all this knowledge, all this information. And what I do with all that is I apply it right away. Now, I'm a part of this 30-day video challenge. And for the last 2 days, I've been really sick. And I kind of fell victim to the not taking action. I fell victim to making an excuse and saying later. I'll cut my blog later. I'll cut my blog later. And I kept putting it off. And you know, today I'm backed up. It's day 3, and this is my first video. And so, you know, I'm going to do my due diligence. After this video, I'm going to go get some lunch and probably cut my next video. I'm going to take action. And, you know, if that's the only thing you take away from this, is to take massive, massive action. No matter what you do in life, whether you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be successful, you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a bum, even being a bum takes action. And that action is nothing. And if you don't do anything, that's what you're going to be, is a bum. So, you know, thanks for tuning in, and I hope that these words can impact you. And, you know, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later.